Did you watch AW Dynamite?
Yeah, I did.
We do not have the numbers yet, right?
No, they made it 655.
What was it last week?
670 or
Yeah,
something.
so it's their average. They're slightly a little bit above the previous 2 months average. So.
679 is a good average. Yeah,
Right. All right, so
Do you have the quarter hours or no?
Yeah, put them up now.
Okay,
Oh, you
put 'em
do?
up.
Interesting.
Why do I have to tell you this?
Yeah.
I read the number first, and I put the quarters.
Right.
No, you don't, because that would have been up.
Well, let's show basic. It did no lap.
Same thing, great lead in, and then it just goes down.
Yeah, well, yeah, but no real peaks and valleys. It's kind of like a more linear line. So everybody's kind of like, they have their audience, they watch the show, nothing really turned them off that much. So.
One at 45,000 for Swerve Fox and then MJF.
Well, that's a 9 o'clock hour. So that's
9 o'clock.
Yeah. Okay, so all right, so this is funny because Sean Ross Sapp, this opening segment, arguably the best opening of Dynamite ever.
What?
Okay, well,
Is that what you're saying, or what?
No, that's what Sean Ross Sapp said. Go to Fight. Don't you do this too? Why don't you go to Will Ospreay's Twitter? Okay, and he tweeted the dive that he does, the thing he does in the balcony. I want to show it. It's hysterical because I can't believe wrestlers these days are like posting like things like that Will Ospreay posts. Right? I'll show it. Where do you see it? Off the thing. Yeah. Okay. All right. So Ospreay. So Ospreay calls Kenny Omega out. No, not yet. We're not going to get there. Okay. But that's not it. I don't think. No. Go to Will Ospreay's.
I'm on Will.
Twitter. That's not Will Ospreay's Twitter.
This is 1 million.
Okay. Wait, hang on. Because there's an angle that he shows that I want to see it. He says, "I've never jumped this high from somewhere before." Is that? Keep going.
There it is.
Oh, that's okay. Okay, so we're gonna go to that one, right? Okay, so not yet though. So Ospreay calls Kenny out, right? And bro, to me, this it started out with a lot of promise. Unfortunately, the funny thing is the announcers are talking about how these are two of the biggest stars in the business, and of course they're not dressed like stars at all. They look like two fans just wearing regular clothes. That should be wearing like at least like $500 worth of clothes, like at the very least. Okay, you should have a couple $100 worth of jeans, a $200 shirt, maybe a $100 hat if you got one, or some $200, $300, $400 shoes, right? Ospreay's ring gear makes him look like a superstar. When he's not in his ring gear, like he looks like just a fan. Okay, and I'll keep saying that these guys don't know how to dress like stars, and it hurts their show. And the announcers, you're catching the show, and you're seeing these two biggest stars in the ring, they don't look good at all.
When do you ever see like Conor McGregor not looking sharp?
Come on, it's like, dude, when you guys, this is not Haiti.
Even Logan Paul and his brother in that thing, even though they weren't wearing a suit, they're wearing expensive. You got the money. It ain't like you don't have the money.
Right.
Are you overwhelmed by your payday loan debt? Have you taken out multiple loans and struggling to pay?
Can use it as a tax write-off.
Right, and it's not even that. It's like, dude, it's like, this is criticisms these are good criticisms. Yeah. Like, you don't look like a star, dude.
Well, to young people, we're just boomer haters.
I understand it's not hard to do. We're
one of the reasons you get over is you look like a star. Like, even in Hollywood, even they have a more casual, laid-back thing. Like Adam Sandler, you never see him well-dressed. He's always like in jeans and thing. But Adam Sandler's almost like CM Punk.
Right.
Like they're,
That's his gimmick, right? Okay, but like, the funny thing is, like, I remember this, but when, like Alberto Del Rio, when he was on WWE, he always dressed to the nines.
Right.
Like Tony Montana, like, he still, like, like, has a, like, I remember one show he pulled up, they had him driving to the arena, like, in a really nice Cadillac, right? And he's with the Ricardo guy, they get out. Bro, he had on, like, a nice black velvety Versace shirt and a white Versace suit. In glasses, he looked like a model, like somebody like a Hollywood.
No, he still does. He still does. And he's our world champion right now. And what was Rodriguez wearing?
I like just regular nice clothes. I didn't know.
No. He was wearing a tuxedo, dude.
A tuxedo. That's right. He wears it right. So I'm saying, it's like, it's like, hey, we're rich. Bro, it's like
rich.
You go to this. The show is not going to like ever look like it can compete with WWE if the performers look like inferior, like they don't make as much money as the WWE guys. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they look like when they come out dressed like this. I just want to go on that rant. But I think that's a very valid criticism. And these guys should, and it's not the type of criticism you should just say, well, don't just dress nicer.
Right.
I want to say, like, I don't get it. So. This was an interesting exchange because I think because where this went, it got funny. So Ospreay Omega a lot of changes after this. It's nothing to do with the Don Callis anymore. He said Omega came back at a bad time because Moxley's holding the title hostage. But he's running to the Callis and he can't do it on his own. Then Omega grabbed the mic from him in kind of like a aggressive manner. Recalled the match for Forbidden Door. He dropped him on his neck and stabbed him with the same screwdriver Don Callis stabbed him months earlier. Omega said he did it because he wanted to prove he was the best and it took forever to take lives killing him for anyone to recognize that Ospreay even existed. He then said he hoped he enjoyed being number 2 because number 1 is back and never able to trust someone like him again. Ospreay called him, but they were interrupted by the Callis family. Bro, this was getting to a place where I would want to hear these guys have more of a verbal exchange and then Don Callis comes out.
Right.
But I like
and not for long either.
Right. So Omega ran after them. This was dumb. Bro, this was laid out so atrociously. Okay, I'm sorry, but everybody says I'm a hater, but like where this started and where this ended up was just atrocious. Okay. Right off the bat, so Don Callis comes out. You know Don Callis. Kenny Omega runs out to attack Don Callis, and of course the Don Callis family comes up and bombs him and everything. So he was kind of dumb to do that.
Right.
Lance Archer got involved in the numbers game. They stacked up against Omega and Ospreay. So Ospreay eventually intervened. Okay, when they're beating up Omega. Fletcher, I'm gonna read this. Okay, because this sounds as absurd as it looks. Right. Fletcher dove on Ospreay with the ringside barricade. The Brawl continued into the stands. Lance Archer got involved. The numbers game stacked up against Omega and Ospreay. Archer sent Ospreay down a flight of stairs as Takeshita Brian Cage brawled with Omega to him. After a brawling sequence, Omega and Ospreay were fighting out of this, and they put Archer through a merch table with a double suplex. The advantage didn't last as Cage, Takeshita, and Fletcher continued the assault. Then Omega and Takeshita brawled back into the arena from the concourse, and this went on forever. Okay, security finally intervened, but Takeshita assaulted the security. Ospreay vaulted into the second deck of fans, and Omega scaled a lighting truss, so they're climbing up on these things. They then scaled the truss together, and Omega suddenly offered an apology to Ospreay, saying he should have trusted him from the beginning. Well, first of all, they missed the thing. How did we miss? So pull up the spot, Joe. At some point, this happened. Okay.
Yeah, well,
mind you, this is four guys on too, right? Okay, watch Lance. Okay, Ospreay put this like this is something that he wanted to show. Okay, watch Brian Cage and Lance Archer in this. This is hysterical.
Wow.
I'm like,
he says that's the highest he's ever backflipped or something.
Okay,
like
and I'm like, dude. Okay, so then they climb up the truss together. The 4 heels go back up the ramp. Okay, and they cut a promo from the truss. And Omega, after all this, Omega offered an apology to Ospreay and said he should have trusted him from the beginning. He laid out a challenge to Fletcher to catch it for a tag match.
Why would you trust somebody?
No.
I know. Let me just say this, bro. Why would you trust somebody, right, that you said in the promo, in the ring, that dropped you in your head and attacked you with a screwdriver, and you said you would never, ever team with him? But go ahead.
And now so that changed in about 2 minutes.
Right.
Callis looked terrified. Callis is terrified. They challenged him to a tag match. And as Omega did his good night shtick at the beginning of the show for some reason, he said, I'm scared of heights, so I'm climbing. Bro, this was, okay, there was no heat here. Okay, the heels attacked the babyfaces, and the babyfaces were up on the thing. They did their dives on them and stuff, like everything.
I'm going to tell you.
And I'm like, plus 2 during the brawl. It's like, dude, okay, you're in a brawl. You're in a fight. It's 4 on 2. Okay? In real life, you're gonna throw punches at people. You're gonna start swinging at people if you're fighting. But these guys are throwing their legal forearms like they're gonna get disqualified in a ringside brawl. I'm like, I don't know. This was I don't know what they want to get. This would have been better off with just a promo with Kenny Omega healing on Will Ospreay and then cut a good promo on. I thought the rest of this was a mess. What do you think? Am I wrong or right?
I hate to agree with you, but I believe you're right. Let me tell you why. I like both Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega, but not how sometimes they're booked and a lot of times they're verbiage. Like this started off hot, where basically Kenny was kind of being a little bit heelish, but I don't think he's going to turn heel. Where he's saying the only reason you were over is because I was sick with diverticulitis.
Yeah,
You know?
and it caused my diverticulitis for even know who you were.
So
you know?
and that, right, and they were kind of getting in each other's face because he goes, "Oh, what do you mean?"
Right.
Like, it's about to get good. Then Don Callis came out, was very entertaining, but he came out for 2 seconds, ran to the back, and there was another thing that I was like, "Dude, do you not have a continuance? What you're doing?" Ospreay actually said this. Did you saw the show last week, right?
Mhm.
Tell me if I'm misremembering. Ospreay said that the last time they were in the same, he couldn't remember the last time they were in the same ring and weren't throwing punches at one another about last week.
Right.
You know, and then he's saying, "I'll never ever, be your partner." 10 minutes later, I should have trusted you. You're a cool guy.
Right.
And here's the reason why there wasn't that much heat in the match, bro. And you never even mentioned this once, but to me, and I like Brian Cage, but just because I like him doesn't matter. I can't point out things that aren't good. This brawling was brutal.
Horrible.
It looked like a
They were
wrestling.
doing a lot of lazy forearms on the back.
Right,
and stuff.
bro.
They
You not know the
were-
camera's on you.
It's
You know,
that's why I said these guys don't know how to brawl.
Bro,
The forearms, doing spots.
Right,
Like,
it didn't look realistic or effective the majority of the times, bro. When I had to do something like that, I was very snug, and I told the guy to be snug with me so it would look believable. As a matter of fact, the Ripley Nia Jax pull
way
apart
better.
was
Way
way
better.
better than this whole thing. And wait 1 second. Wait. Hey,
Talk about the old man yelling at clouds, shooting people up. Get off my lawn.
Outta
You
here,
should have literally said, "Get off my lawn." Like
I
you should
should've.
have.
What was he telling? What was he telling?
he's like some security. I just did your neighbor security thing. Okay, big deal. Did I ask for? He did not go away happy because I always just
Yeah, but let me tell you something about this. And this is where I think with this generation.
Now,
guys-
anything I said, Disco,
No,
would you say no? That's not true.
No, and plus I'm going to post on Twitter. So one of the states I'll make you absolutely right. This is like a bunch of supposedly some of their best workers. Takeshita, Fletcher, Ospreay, and Kenny Omega involved in a brawl. Why did the Nia Jax versus Rhea Ripley look better than this?
You know what I
That's
almost
my
feel like?
question.
Tell me if you get this vibe. Tell me if you get this vibe. Joe, did you see the show?
No, I didn't see Dynamite.
All right. I get this vibe. Like, remember that old shirt that Al Snow used to wear that I used to love that said, "Pin me, pay me"?
Right. Yeah.
I almost feel they just go to work. Nobody's really motivated. And they're like, "We're getting paid. Just don't get hurt. And let's just go through it."
And here's the other thing too. They had an idea for these spots, like
Right.
climbing up on the truss, climbing up on the things. Like they had the idea for that, and that was their focus.
Yeah.
Let's get to these spots we want to do, and all the other stuff was kind of a port because you're brawling. This did too. A lot of just lazy,
Right,
they didn't look hard. Like I'm like, come on, guys.
And this is almost like the concept was good, the execution wasn't.
And I want to tell people that are listening to this. If you didn't
But
watch
if they
the
would have
show,
hit each other really hard,
yeah,
this would have been way better.
way better. Go watch it. If you didn't watch the shows, and you're one of those people that listen to reviews and then watch the shows. Watch this and watch the Rhea Ripley Nia Jax brawl, and you tell me what looked more believable, realistic. It looked like
Joe,
you know?
I think it was the second segment or third segment. Disco's probably going to come up with it. Please put up for the people that didn't see the show the look that Jimmy Utah's rocking to now.
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
Yo, what's up? I just want to thank you guys for watching this clip. Don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And